The usable area of what we actually need when we're driving is a lot different than what we actually see. All we really need to look at is an area slightly above the horizon and just over the end of the bonnet. But you should also scan from left to right and right to left as wide as you possibly can. So how does this usable space translate into what we're doing while we're driving? Let's have a look. So now I've split this usable area into 3 parts, and I actually use this technique on my learners. I often say to them, you don't need to use the lower section, or section number 1 as I call it. But it's often where people look. Let's have a look at the problems it causes when you do only look in the lower area. Now, I'm not saying people do this constantly, but they do often glance down to this area. But look how completely useless it is when you look in there. You can't anticipate anything. Everything's a reaction, and quite honestly, it's quite scary. Who's actually realised we're on a roundabout? Now we've got the full picture, it's loads easier. You can plan, you can scan, and you don't have to react because everything's under control. Now let's see what it's like when I actually cover up Area 1. There you go, perfectly usable. People's obsession with staring over this bonnet to look where the front of the car is, it's not required. So no wonder, year after year, the main reason why people fail the test is observations. People need to lift their eyes up and open them. So, as we can see, looking down at that first portion, the nearest portion to us, isn't going to do us any favours. And there's a few clues that I pick up on that helps me tell where my pupil is looking. First thing is when they pull themselves towards the steering wheel. If they pull themselves towards the steering wheel, they're trying to get a better view of that floor. The next thing that they do is that they lift their chin up, and that's again a telltale sign that they're looking at the floor. And when they do that, everything that they do becomes a big reaction, and it makes you really scared. I don't just see it with learner drivers as well. I see it with people who I drive past and drive around constantly. They're obsessed with looking at where that front of the car is. And that does nothing but cause problems. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Hope to see you all soon.